Yerrr Klk. Welcome back, everyone. Today I have a special guest, my prima. We call each other, cousins from way back, Willie P days. I got
Yes,
my
yes.
girl, DJ Dana Lou. What up,
Woo!
girl?
What's up, Tim? It's been a minute.
It's been a long. We've been inside for a long time. Last time I saw you was outside,
Oh,
so you know it's been a minute,
yeah, man. It's what a year to
right?
say the least, right?
All right, let's
Crazy.
wrap it up though. We here to talk about this crazy ass year we just had. Plus, step into the next year with some good vibes and good positivity. Cause when you get knocked down from all the bullshit that happened this year, ain't no way you can go bad. This feels like
Ain't
rock
no
bottom,
way.
so we gotta bounce back. But before we move on, let's
Yeah.
tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the semi intro. That was
Of
dope.
course, of course.
For those that don't know me, I go by the name of DJ Dana Lou. Little fun fact: Tim is gonna get the exclusive. I'm actually about to drop the DJ from my name.
Ooh,
Just gonna be Dana Lou. We'll get more into that later on.
okay.
So Tim, you got the exclusive.
It's lit.
You
Nah,
got
we lit. We popping.
you got the exclusive. DJ producer, artist based out of the New Jersey area. Shout outs to Jersey. I host my own events called Tacos y Cerveza, which you have been to.
Yes, sir.
One of my favorite, not to be biased, but one of my favorite parties. Pre-Rona, of course. Just came out with an EP, Girls Having Fun, my first debut EP. Produced everything on the album, I mean on the EP, so that was fun. We could also get into that later.
Of course.
Um, Also came out with my own merch, this year. We could also get to that later
Of
too.
course, of
So
course. That was all in
DJ,
the plans.
producer, everything, man.
Multifaceted Latina independent woman right here.
Yep,
Got it going
man.
strong. But nah, I'm serious. I love it. I love everything that you've been doing, man. Especially cuz like how we met and our story like so obviously I said Willie P fam. That's where we went to school. We went to college there. And
Yes.
back in the day, it was a little rowdy. We used to have parties,
Woo!
and she used to come through to my parties, like which is
Yep.
crazy. Like it used to be parties we had at my apartment, and she used to come through and hang out. And then I feel like as it progressed, she used to take the aux, and then we used to like, yo, all right, like even
Yeah,
back then, she used to
word.
take the aux, and then everybody kind of went their own way, graduated high school. I mean, not high school, college, graduated college, and started figuring out their path, and you went heavy into the music, and you've been doing
Yeah,
it, man,
man.
and I love it. And like I to see you from back in the day when you were trying to get people to just come support you, just coming up at like bars and stuff, and doing live events, to now doing your own events like curated by you. It's steps. Like I love the passion, I love the drive. Like let's touch on the DJing thing. Like obviously, like I said, you played you took the aux back in the day, but
Yeah,
what made you take this serious? Like what made you say, yo, I'm about to just get on it?
man. So actually, I've been all right. So to take it way back, when I was in high school, we used to throw little corros. This is when I was living in New York. Um, and my friends would always be like, "Yo, play music. You go with the reggae. You know how to set the tone. Like just play music." So as I kept doing that, my best friend, she's actually my co-partner for TYC. Shout outs to Ali. She was like, "Yo, why don't you just learn how to DJ? Like it just makes sense." I'm like, you know what, you're right. Like, I mean, why not? I'm always taking the aux and shit. So it's just, I could curse, right?
Yeah, you good. You
Okay.
straight. You good.
So I'm like, yo, I might as well learn. So, I was a broke high school student. I wasn't working or anything like that. So I downloaded Virtual DJ. So then I started producing like my own mixes. I actually went by a different DJ name before I came up with Dana Lou,
Okay.
which you're gonna get the first exclusive on that too. I'm
Let's
giving you a lot
go.
of
Hey, all the
exclusives
gems.
today.
Give me all the gems. All the gems.
I went by DJ Fab, DJ FABB, because
Okay.
like Fab was one of my favorite rappers growing up. Jadakiss too, but I couldn't be named DJ Jada. So he was one of my favorite rappers growing up, so I went with DJ Fab. Started getting a little buzz from like the New York area, the Bronx area, with like the Bronx wine
Shout out to
stuff.
BX. That's the hometown
Shout
right
out to
there.
the X, man. Uptown plays a heavy part in my career and where I am today. So I took that, and then as things started getting more seriously, I started getting more bookings. I'm like, I gotta change my name. because I didn't think DJ Fab was marketable, because there's a rapper Fabulous, and then a lot of people will be like, oh, like Fabulous the rapper, and I didn't want to be tied to that. Like, I love Fab, he's a dope rapper, but I wanted to have my own identity. So funny enough, this is when I get to college, right? Willie P days. I was listening to Dembow in my dorm. Shout out to Overlook South, freshman.
Ooh,
Right, I took it back, right? Right. I was listening to Dembow. I forgot what song it was, but I'll never forget it. I think it was Pablo Piri. I think so. I think that was the artist. And he was like, Dame Lu. And then I was like, Dame Lu. And then I wrote Dame Lu. And then I don't know, it had to be God. I don't know. I wrote Dana Lu. Dame Lu, Dana Lu. I was like, nah, that shit is fire. I was like, that's lit.
That's hot.
So then I called my best friend. I'm like, yo, I got a name. Because I told her that I wanted to change my name. I'm like, yo, I got a name. This is it. And then I told her. She was like, yo, that's dope. Like, that's really marketable. I was like, yeah, like, that's it right there. So then I started taking it more seriously in college. I met you, doing the little side thing, taking the aux, so people could be like, yo, that girl, that that Morenita, she know how to play music, she know her stuff. So I started taking it really, really seriously in college when I changed my name, and I knew this is what I wanted to do.
Nah, yeah, I remember that, man. Like, my eyes used to light up when you walked in the room. I was like, yo, it's on. It's on. Like, it's on. Like, there's people in here. I don't even got to worry about the music no more. Yo, pull up.
Yo, you used to
take the aux.
Parties. You went down as a legend in Willie P, man. People still to this day talk about your parties.
It was a good time. Shout out to my boy Dom. It was me and Dom in there just holding it down. Yeah, we knew a lot of people, man. More cause we were in sports for the actual classes. I did sports management, and he was doing like PT or something like that. So we knew a lot of the athletes, so that helps. And then when the athletes, their friends, and so it just ended up being, a big group of people. Plus, I invited a lot of the homies from school, and from back home, from other schools. Everybody went to the different place, so they bring their homies, and it became a vibe. It became a vibe, man. And then, Q used to bring you through and stuff too. Shout out to Q, yo. He's the one who linked us the first time. He used to tell me, yo, I got a cousin. I got a friend. Y'all got to be cousins or something, because I never seen people like y'all. I was like, yo, y'all got the same, y'all talk the same, y'all listen to the same music, y'all gotta be cousins or something. Y'all from the Bronx. It was like, all right, bro, pull it, bring her through. Like, let me see.
Yeah, you used to tag along. No, you used to have the hallways packed. It was like a nightclub.
Yo, it was crazy. You used
to have the hallways packed. You had the whole building packed. Yeah, you went down as a legend, man.
That shit was fun, man. Shout out to Willie P.
Shout out to Willie P, man.
Yeah, man. You brought the vibes. You brought like you said, you brought that hometown. Like, I'm from the BX too, and back then when I lived there, before I was turned 13 and I moved to Jersey, the vibes was reggae. Dembow wasn't really out. It was reggaeton. And then you had like the soca. And I was never really big into soca and stuff like that, but the reggae and the reggaeton was definitely my vibes. Like the old school, middle school, dirty basement party vibe. Like, that's what I wanted to do in college, and I feel like you made a vibe for yourself, running with that same culture. Like, you want to talk about that, how you use that to then go in and go back to Uptown, because that's really where you kind of, I feel like, made your name. Like, you set your roots down in Uptown. I feel like you went back home and you set it ablaze.
I had to because in college, the party scene was very different. Like, they had Wild Bull, Santana's. Remember those venues?
Yeah.
It was a different scene. It was more so like Jersey club and rap. And although I played those things, I knew what I was known for was the reggae, the reggaeton. That's what I grew up on, and I'm from the city, and that's just what I grew up on. So I had a homeboy. He started out promoting, and he got this residency spot. What was it called? It was called Agua Roja Lounge. It was in Dykeman. I don't know if you heard of that. Throwback band. He was like, yo, I got this opportunity. I think you could run with it. So that's how I got my start Uptown, by like having a residency Uptown, by doing those venues. Also had a residency at what was that venue called? It's not open anymore. It's in Van Cortlandt. You know 242nd Street?
Nah, I'm not familiar with Van Cortlandt. I know Van Cortlandt Park, but I'm
Yeah.
not familiar with the night scene, the nightclub scene out there.
Oh, Barcelona nightclub. That's what it was called.
Okay.
Barcelona nightclub. And they were heavy on the uptown scene. So that's pretty much how I got my stars. Like I stayed true to myself and what I wanted to do and what I knew where I could provide like the best version of myself as a DJ. And I knew people would appreciate it just by going back home. Like going like Jersey's my home too, but like going back uptown and doing what I love by being my true authentic self. I knew that if I were to try to get into like the scene where it's like predominantly like Jersey club and rap, I knew that that wasn't going to be my true authentic self because of my background and like what I enjoy the most. Like don't get me wrong, I love Jersey club and I love rap, I love trap, but I knew like what I was known for was the reggaeton, the perreo, the bashment, reggae, dancehall. That's what I was known for. So I had to go back home and stay true.
Nah, I feel like you got that vibe on lock. That's your signature when you on the turntables. Like everybody knows that's what they about to get when Dina Lou pull up. It's just like, oh,
Yeah, it's
we.
crazy.
It's
It's
like the room
crazy.
about to get closer type shit because everybody wants to dance. You feel me? Like so the coolest part about the journeys, of ours like intersecting was obviously we met in college, but then outside of college, you were doing your thing with the DJing, and me and Dom did our project with Wave Nightlife. So then we
Yeah,
intersected again when we were hitting up all these, nightlife areas to do
yeah,
like we wanted to make an app. So what ended up happening is we got to see the backside of the community too. So we got to
yeah,
see the other people that you collaborate with, which was dope because you guys almost form a team in a community where
yeah.
you got people like Swasso, shout out to Swasso, Dos Flacos from the BX.
Alfonso.
You
Yeah,
got a bunch of young up and coming people who play not the same exact genres, but they touch on the same vibes, but they all bring something different, a different vibe, a different energy. And
absolutely.
it was really cool to see, these people like Pizza Zoo and 9 a.m. Banger and like those spots in the actual city, like headquartered, different spots actually booking you guys, and it really looked like you guys were a community, and it was cool to see you be your authentic self, like you said. Um, so being that you guys, got into that collaborative spirit, is that what kind of like pushed you into making the EP and stuff, like the girls having fun? Because I know you had some of those same people on there with you.
Yeah. Shout out first of all, shout out to those Flacos and Swazo. Like those guys are great, and I think they are like so good at what they do. And it's just like whenever they come into a room, you feel their presence. So I just wanted to shout them out real quick. Those are good guys. But back to what you were saying. Yeah, man, I make party records. I like making people dance and shout outs to Brunch Bounce also. They're very big on the culture as well and contributed a lot to like New York City day life and nightlife as well. So like just playing those parties like Pizza Zoo, Brunch Bounce. I haven't had a chance to play 9 a.m. Banger in person, but just attending those type of events, I knew I was like, yo, like seeing thousands of people scream to like one's record, like my remixes, for example, like the Star Tender remix.
Yeah.
Whenever those would get played at like those big events and seeing everybody lose their minds, it was it was like I don't do drugs, but like it was like I was drugged. Like it was like a feeling of euphoria.
Being high
Like
off life.
yeah, high off like damn, like everyone's vibing to something that I created. So that definitely inspired me to want to, come out with my own original music. But when we go back outside again, I see people like vibing to like something that I created, Dana Lou created. So yeah, that's what inspired me to want to make my own original music.
Yeah, shout out to that Star Tenders remix because like I know y'all seen that meme with the guy in the corner in the parties, and I
Yeah.
know you posted the one that they don't know I made this, but I really be in the parties like, yo, they don't know my homie made this shit. Like if
Right.
I used to be in nightlife clubs, like I said for Wave Nightlife, and you weren't even in the building. Like nobody, and you wasn't even in the building. People were just playing it, and the DJs that knew you would shout you out. Obviously
Wow,
they would
that's
shout you
love.
out, but there were some DJs that would just play it, and I've also heard it on the radio, which is crazy to me. Like I
Yeah,
was like, yo, this is fire. Like this hit. So it was cool to see your creativity be appreciated, man.
yeah,
Shout out to,
man.
to DJ Hook too. You hooked up with Hook for that too, right? Or no?
Star Tender, no. Star Tender, I produced completely on my own.
Okay.
Random fun fact: I produced that in the kitchen while my mom was making pollo guisado. Like
Ooh,
I had
that's
my
why it came out so
headphones
hot.
on. I had my headphones on, and I was just boom, boom, boom. And then the rough version, I actually sent it to DJ Sage because I was talking to her at the time, and I'm like, "Yo, what you think about this? Let me know." She went crazy. She was like, "Yo, you gotta put this out. You gotta put this out. Like I'm going crazy right now to this." So it's that remix has a dope story to it. It's insane.
Nah, that breakdown
I
that
think they
that
hope though.
breakdown was fire. Nah, you killed that shit. You did. You killed that shit. That was clean. Um,
Thank
nah,
you.
of course, your creativity is being appreciated, and I love it. And I love to see you take that energy and bring it into new things, like your hoodie, for example. Right now, like you're doing your branding, and,
Yes, yes.
and that is so cool because you get to see other people support you, not only just like showing up to your places, but like wearing your merch.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that? Because I know everything you've been doing is like a collaboration and working with people, but it's really your
Oh
true
yeah.
self. Like, it's people helping you bring your best self out. So, yeah, you want to talk about that?
So yeah, I would actually love to dive into the merch combo. Yo, my hair's tickling my nose. My apologies.
You good? You good?
um, so the world as we know it shut down in March. No one saw it coming. I know I didn't. Um, and I stopped DJing because, I didn't feel right like just doing live events. Just from like a conscious like standpoint, like I didn't want to potentially get people sick and I be the blame person. So I just said I'm just not gonna DJ in person. Like it's just something I can't do. Um, so then I was like, well, what am I gonna do? Like I want to keep my name out there and I have to do something that makes sense. I knew I always wanted to put out merch, but I never found the right time. And me, when I do things, it's from a strategic standpoint. I'm a very strategical person. I don't do things just because I do it because there's a reason why I'm doing it, right? Um, so I'm like, yo, now's the perfect time to drop merch. Fast forward to May. I held a Twitch, all day Twitch session, just celebrating like some of my favorite genres. So like soca, dancehall, dembow, of course, reggaeton, and I brought some DJ friends along with me. Um, and I knew right then and then after that I was gonna drop my merch. So prior to that, I reached out to my guy Nabil. Shout outs to Nabil, Jersey City's own. And I was like, yo, like I got this idea. Like I think it'll be dope if I drop some merch like centered around the Twitch stream, just because it makes sense. So I drafted up some ideas for him and he was like, yo, send me the PSD. Whenever Nabil says that, that means he's about to kill it. Like I
He
noticed
going
that
to work.
about him.
He going to work.
He's like, no funny shit, no funny shit. He's like my Virgil. Like seriously, he's like my Virgil. So he got back to me in like 20 minutes and he drafted up like the t-shirt that I ended up putting on display, the black and yellow one. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, this is it. This is it. It makes so much sense because it gave like a bashment feel to it with like the speakers and like the megaphone. I was like, yo, this is genius. Like, this is it, bro. So I knew it was the perfect time to drop merch. And I knew like my supporters would support just because like a lot of people have been asking me like, yo, when you coming out with merch, like it's time. So it was the perfect time to do that. And I'm happy it happened the way that it did. And here we are.
No, that's clean. Like you said, Nabil, man, he is. Shout out to Nabil, Jersey City's own. He is awesome. The stuff that he does on his own, the stuff that he does as collaborations always comes out
Yeah.
clean. Shout out to him. But yeah, like you said, he came out and he took your vibes and he put it on the shirt. Like that's some real talented
Killed
stuff.
it.
Yo, he really did. Shout out to him. Um, but I really love how you really embody that collaboration. But like you said, you're super strategic with what you do. Like you're not just gonna go out there and be doing stuff just to do it.
Yeah.
And I think your support system appreciates that because they feel like whatever you put your name on is gonna be certified. People go on and they support you because they know what you bring in is quality. You're not just gonna drop some stupid stuff. And
Right.
that's shown through in your Twitches. You've carried on your events to the digital side and going on
Yeah,
Twitch,
man.
you know, which is cool because I do Twitch, but I do it for video gaming. I didn't know that you could actually use Twitch that way. So how did that even become a thing?
Man. So shout outs to Jamesy. Jamesy's the reason why I'm on Twitch. Jamesy's also like a big reason why I am where I am today. Like a lot of people don't realize that. He's like super humble and quiet about like shit that he does, but
He's the most shy DJ I've ever seen in my life.
super shy, but he will get in his bag. Like, oh shit, Jamesy did that. So yeah, all joking aside, Jamesy's the reason why. We were all doing the Instagram live thing, and Instagram live was literally shutting down our live sessions mid set. So we have like this DJ chat, me, Jamesy, a lot of other people, and we were just bouncing ideas around, and he was one of the first people to mention like, yo, Twitch. So I remember he did I will never forget this. This was like early quarantine, like first week, second week. He did a Twitch stream and he lasted till like 4 a.m. I was like, yo, that's fucking great. Like I loved it. It was great. It was great vibe. So I remember I reached out to him and I was like, yo, like any tips or tricks for like setting up Twitch? And then we were all literally just finding it out like together and just learning as we go. And it was fun, man. It was fun. I remember I did my first Brunch Browns Twitch stream. That was stupid. That was crazy. I remember we had like 500 people viewing. It was like the most I've ever had, like within like a channel, and that was just like, it felt like everyone was there watching me, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at with Twitch, man. And also, I got my TYC event coming up on Saturday.
That's exactly what I was about to say. That's what exactly about to say. So it's cool that you know you saw that the opportunity, because I do remember everybody getting copyright strike on IG. Yeah. Like everybody was trying to figure out ways to be, you know, to put out content, especially people who were in nightlife. You know, any artists, anybody was trying to figure out a way to do what they were doing before things got shut down. And Twitch did become an avenue. And to see you guys again, you know, find a way, you know, because like it's tough. If you telling me I can't go out to play at a club, like that's how I make my life. Like that's my job now. This is what I do, and now I can't do it. How am I supposed to do it? How am I supposed to support myself? But you know, you guys found a way, and you know, people supported, and it's cool to see you do your personal thing and switch it into Twitch as well. You know, not only just go and be a DJ on somebody else's Twitch, you still took that, you know, you took what you learned and you applied it, and now you about to do your TYC, man, which is that's like your staple event. I love that. I love going to those, whether it's working or chilling out. Like I love those, you know. So it's a little different this time because people can't get the tacos and cerveza. You know, they have to go provide it themselves. But
exactly, yeah, man.
But how have those gone? Yeah, okay, good.
If you are on our email list, we send you recommendations and we give you coupon codes to get like alcohol delivered to you. We send you like spots because we check our demographics. We check who checks our emails the most and where they are. So we take that. Damn, I'm actually revealing some of our sauce. I don't know if I should keep.
Hey, it's up to you. You tell me what you want. You tell me what you want. You don't got to give us no figures. It don't got to be no numbers. It's knowledge. Yeah. Like I just said this yesterday. I did a podcast as well not too long ago, and I was like, "Yo, knowledge is free. Yeah, I could tell you what I do to a T. Doesn't mean you could reproduce it. And even if you do it, that's gonna be me. So
that's true. Yeah, I mean, I'll say it. Like we take some of that data of like who's opening up our emails, where they're located. We search some like taco spots around the area. We send them those recommendations, and then what they want to do with that info, they will. It's been working for us because we have people hitting us up the day of like, got my tacos, got my liquor delivered to us, blah, blah, blah. So it works. We're doing the same thing for this Saturday. I'm very, very, very excited for it. The last one that we did was to me, it was a success. We didn't have much viewers as much as I would have liked to, but that's okay. I'm all about quality, not quantity. And I do think we did provide like a good quality, you know, produced show. Shout outs to Pretend Labs. They are one of the main reasons as to why. So yeah, I'm excited. You know, we're going to have the crowd cam for like some of our live audience. So like our close friends. And then also people tuned in online. So I'm just excited to see all the DJs and our artists kill it.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. So at the time of this airing, it'll probably be up. Are you going to be posting it once it's done? so people can go back and watch it? Because
Ye-
this will be
Yeah.
airing on the first. So
Yeah, actually, yeah. So we were gonna do that for the last one, but Twitch did something really weird with the audio.
yeah,
So I just decided not to put it out just because like it was like discrepancies with the audio and I just wanted things to be consistent. So yeah, we definitely are gonna put it out. It'll be out on YouTube. I'm excited for whoever can't watch it to watch it later on then.
for sure. I'll definitely
Or
put the
now,
link in
since we're in
the
the future. Whoever's
exactly.
watching this, we're in the
We're
future.
already in 2021, baby.
2021.
It'll be in the description, so you guys could go check that out and see the TYC vibes and see what we talking about. Because
Check it
honestly,
out.
that it is so legendary to see that, you know, because it not only is it good food and good beer, like, cause you go and eat and drink, but then you get the good vibes. So you know that was definitely one of my favorite events to do when I was outside, and to see you guys again be doing it this way is so dope.
Yes.
Talking on, you know, you say you were giving us some of the secret sauce, your business side, but I think that you can't do one without being the other. Like again, this is something I spoke about not too long ago. When you're a
Mhm.
creative, you can only go so far without having some type of entrepreneurial spirit. You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
you need to know how to go about your business, how to market yourself, how to brand yourself, how to keep getting, you know, business period, you know, in general. So I just wanted to ask you how you felt about that. You gave us a little bit of gems, but especially as a you know, Afro Latina woman coming into the music game, because this is music. It's not just, you know, it's not just DJing. This is music, and you're saying you're switching out to being an artist. How do you balance being creative and still being entrepreneurial?
Man, if I sat up here and said that me balancing those things out is easy and it comes natural, I would be lying to you. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Um, how I balance it out, honestly, I just, and maybe it's the Capricorn in me. I'm a Capricorn.
Shout out to the
um,
Caps.
I set out my days as to when I'm going to do certain things. So, for example, let's say I'm planning out my week for next week. I'll take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just an example. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, strictly creative stuff. No business. I don't care what it is, it has to wait. Like, because I used to try to do everything in one day, but I will overwhelm myself. I was just hurting myself in the end, you know, and as creatives and just as human beings in general, we have to learn how to take it easy and be more kinder to ourselves. And I learned that as I got older. I'm not 60, I'm not old yet. But as I got older, I learned that. So I just set my days as to when I'm gonna do certain things. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, creative stuff, EP, producer stuff, DJ stuff. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, again, just an example, strictly business meetings, Zoom meetings, even though today's Tuesday. You know, stuff like that. So I just plan out my days. But that's what works for me. That's what works for me. I found out that that's what works for me.
So
So I just
you
planning
take
out
your
my days.
week,
Yeah,
you
I
take your
have
week and you
to.
separate it. Okay.
I have to. Like me personally, I have to. If I don't, I won't get anything done. I'm gonna be overwhelmed because there's so much to do in both aspects, from a creative standpoint and also a business standpoint. It's too much. It's too much.
It is. It can be
It's worth
very.
it though.
It is. That's the cool thing. That's what I was just about to touch. It is very overwhelming to have something in your brain that you want to create and have manifest, and still have to balance the creation part and then making it tangible. You know, because
Yeah,
being a creative and producing stuff and sharing that is cool, but then to get it to people and to make it a thing, and you know, build the support system off of it, that's a whole different ball game. So it definitely is super overwhelming, but like you said, when you figure that out, when you figure out, like you said, creating the creative stuff first and then figuring out how to be the entrepreneur, or finding out a flow that works for you and you feel it and it just works, like that's a feeling that nothing else, that's that high off life feeling that you were talking
oh
about.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
that high off life feeling, because it's like something that you had up here is now something other people can see, and it's like, all right, I planned this out. It's not, this didn't happen by mistake. You know, it
exactly.
didn't happen by mistake. So
And that's what makes it worth it.
of
You know,
course, of
I'm just
course.
happy to be here, man. Just happy to be here.
Of course, this 2020. was one of the craziest years in history, not just for you and me, for the whole world.
The
We
whole
had
world.
a global pandemic,
Yep.
and here we had elections, plus like just a bunch of social unrest. So it
Yeah.
it's crazy to have been here and experienced this whole year. But let's reflect on it before we move forward. Obviously we had our trials and tribulations, but we made it through as far as our business side and stuff like that. But for music, what were the things that kept you going this year? Like, what was your favorite music? What were the things that
Woo!
kept you pushing?
Listen to me. Listen to me. Bad Bunny held me down this year. Period. Bad Bunny's album, the first one he dropped, that is what kept me alive. Going back to staying true to me and what I love. Remember, perreo, reggaeton, all that stuff. He came out with an album literally that was gonna set the world on fire in the summertime. You and I both know that.
That's a fact. If that
So
if we would have been outside for that, it would have. This year had to go this way because everything, like all the good holidays are on Fridays. Like this year had to go this way because it would have been crazy.
would have been
It would have
crazy.
been
All the
crazy.
major holidays were on the weekend.
Yeah,
All of them. Even Cinco de Mayo.
good music. We
Everything.
had good music. Like,
Great music. Bad Bunny definitely held me down. And one day I'm gonna thank him when we're producing a record together.
oof, speak
Yeah,
into existence. Nah, of
manifesting
course, of course.
that.
Just send me the picture when you get there.
But you're gonna be there, man. Yeah, he held me down um in ways that people would not imagine, man. Like that whole album start to finish, no skips for me. Like it really held me down, man. That's
Chef's
one.
kiss.
Yes, that's one. This album came out a little later in the year. But Radao Alejandro, his album Aphrodisiac,
Okay.
crazy. Have you heard it?
I don't think I've heard the whole thing, but I know I've heard singles off of it because I be looking for new stuff all the time. So I don't think I've heard the whole album, but I definitely heard some singles.
Have you heard Química?
I think so. How does it go?
Yo, what? That second breakdown
Yeah.
where it switches into like that house like element, sick. Sick. Although to me it feels like a record that wasn't completely finished. And if you listen to it, you'll understand why I say that.
Yeah.
A crazy record. Like I wish we were outside to like experience that record. That record is one of my favorite records all year, and it just came out not too long ago.
Hey, so it has hope. It has hope. We could recycle. I don't care. Everything that dropped this year, we're using it next year.
It's sick. No, seriously, it's sick. That record is sick. Like just the second breakdown alone. Like when we finish here, I'm gonna send it to you so you can listen to it.
Okay.
It's sick. Like I can just picture. And if I'm going off topic, let me know. But I can just
you good.
picture like everyone going super crazy to like that record. Remember, I'm talking about the second half of that record. I don't know what it is about it that I love it so much. I love house. Like I love EDM, all that stuff. I think just to see him do something different because he is like a reggaeton artist, that was really, really dope and inspiring to see. Because, a lot of artists, especially nowadays, they don't really like to take risks. They stick to what works for them and they just keep creating the same thing over and over and over. So yeah, man, he blew my mind with that. Who else? Also, one of my most played records this year was "Go Crazy." If we're talking from like a mainstream standpoint, that was one of my favorite records.
That was
a
Spotify
record.
wrapped up.
Actually, Apple Music. Shout out to Apple.
Shout out to Apple. All right,
I'm one of those.
No, I got Apple Music too. I don't even have Spot. Well, I do. I use Spotify. I don't have Spotify Premium, but I didn't know Apple did that. I'm gonna have to check mine real quick.
Yeah, check it. That was my most played record this year. I checked. I was like, wow, that's crazy, but it makes sense. I did play that record a lot from a mainstream standpoint.
Yeah.
So
no, that's a banger though. You can't miss with that song.
yeah, you can't miss.
You got a couple of those like Sea Breezy's always good for those.
Always
He's
good.
always good for those. You're gonna be able to drop those whenever.
Yeah, it's definitely. Like I'm sure people are gonna play that record like a few years from now. Like maybe as
Exactly.
opening record. Who knows? I don't know. Good record though.
Yeah, I think for me this year, my favorite stuff was the Pop Smoke stuff. Rest in peace to the Woo, man.
R.I.P. Man.
That was outside music for me. Like when I was
Yeah,
outside, when some Pop Smoke dropped, that's when people went
forget it.
crazy.
Forget
You know,
it.
and then the
Forget
music that he just had, like all this, you know, even though like you said about that Kimika song, some of this stuff felt unfinished because obviously his untimely, departure,
it.
but 50 Cent went crazy on his album.
Crazy.
Crazy. And then the features and everything he had on there, like that would have been an album that would have hit crazy in the
I
streets.
agree. I hope he wins a Grammy for it.
Right?
I really, really do.
That would be so
He was
cool.
special. He was special. He was very special. I've been asking a couple of my peers, like, who do we think the new or the next Drake would be? Like superstar rapper. It would have been him. It definitely was gonna be him. He had it.
I think
He
he
had
had it. I think he
he
did.
had
He had the hit, and I mean Drake is hard to touch. Drake is Drake because he's
it
multifaceted. But he
for
was
sure.
showing that range, and he was showing that he could come out with hits. Like the craziest thing that I'm still waiting for is the dembos that he was about to drop. Like
Oh,
that was crazy to me to hear
God.
Pop on a dembo.
Oh
I
my
think he was
God.
Panamanian too. So shout out to shout out to the culture. Like that would have
That,
been fire. That would
that
have
would
been
have had
crazy.
Uptown going crazy.
Oh man,
You gotta,
imagine him eventually crossing paths with Bad Bunny because it was gonna
yeah, it
happen.
was gonna happen. It
You
was
know it
definitely
was gonna happen. So
gonna happen.
rest in
Yeah,
peace to the Woo. But that
yeah,
that
man.
was that was the thing that kept me. That was the music that kept me on this year.
So
That
what
and
you think
then
about the album?
I think the album, from top to bottom was cool. It wasn't the best album I ever heard, but
Mm-hmm.
it had bangers, man. Like I like to think of music kind of like a DJ. I see how you was like looking at like certain verses and certain breakdowns of song. Like I like that. I like the transitions in Pyramid with Frank Ocean and some
Yeah,
of the stuff that Travis Scott does with the way he transitions. Um, but with Pop Smoke, it was more his diversity and how he started with a sound, but then he kind of switched it up. But it was still him. It was still signature. It
yeah,
reminded me a lot of like 50, so that album definitely had the 50 fingerprint all over it. He was out
for,
here just, just rapping with his little melodic hooks, saying clever shit, and then he had some dope features. So from top to bottom, it was dope. I still listen to a lot of the songs, and
me
the
too.
deluxe, when they dropped the deluxe, that they dropped a couple extra ones, that was dope too. Like it's cool to even watch, somebody like Lil Wayne go on Iced Out Autumn, because it's like Wayne getting on your track is a blessing. Like that
That's
don't
a
happen for
blessing.
everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
That don't happen for everybody.
Wayne don't
So
be playing that.
nah, I promise you, Wayne sent some shit back he hasn't responded to like in years. Wayne is just the guy that if he wants to go on your shit, he go on your shit and he send it back in an hour. People talk
That's
about
it.
that all the time, but if he not
Yeah,
fucking with you, you ain't never gonna get a Wayne verse.
yeah. His work ethic is amazing, commendable.
Yeah,
Like literally, I respect and admire his work ethic for sure. He's a goat. He's a goat.
for
He's a
sure,
goat.
without a doubt. I don't care what
Without
nobody
a
says
doubt.
about Wayne.
Yeah,
He,
he's a
he's
goat.
undeniable from I think from the Carter 2 on to then drop the Carter 3. When the Carter 3 dropped in '08, that he just called a blaze and he ain't stopped. He's been
Yeah,
he's been
he
that
had
guy.
that crazy run.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah,
That
he's
was
been that guy.
crazy.
So
That was crazy. That was crazy.
yo, and the fact that he could still drop some shit and people vibe with it. Like I think he just dropped what? No, was it no? Not no ceilings. He just dropped a mixtape not too long ago, and people were talking
Yeah.
about it. Yeah,
No, yeah, he did. He did. He did. He did. He definitely did.
So that shout
Wayne.
out to Wayne. But let's move in now. Let's start stepping into the next year. Let's leave 2020 behind. And like you said, you talk to your friends about who you think is next. Who's the next Drake or who's the next thing. So you have any artists on your radar that you want to kind of give us the spotlight on before they pop, or people you think they're gonna do better this year in 2021?
So from a local standpoint, I actually got this artist. Her name is Rami. She's I'm not. Have you heard of her? Rami
I met
Parisa?
Rami at one of your TYCs.
Yeah, Rami's crazy.
Yeah,
Rami's
she's
crazy.
hilarious.
She, her work ethic is crazy. Like sometimes I feel like her work ethic is better than mine. Like she's just like boom, 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 boom. Like I am too, but she's like 1,000 times that. Like it's crazy. I think she's someone that's gonna have an amazing year next year. We got a couple things that we're working on together. Can't go into too much detail
Of
about
course,
that.
of course, of course. Save the
So
surprises. Okay.
Word. I think she's gonna have an amazing year next year. Artists from like a let me see, from like a I guess higher standpoint. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. So I will reach out to you, and you could probably put in the description who
I
did I end
will.
up
I will.
saying.
I'll update it.
Yeah, I'll update it. I'm not too sure. The reason why I think that is because I feel like now, like music, it's like we consume it so quickly, and it's just like, all right, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Like it's so rapid. It's so rapid, and sometimes and I'll be honest, sometimes it is hard to keep up. Just being honest. Um, but I'm definitely gonna get back to you on that question. But from a local standpoint, definitely Rami's gonna have a good year next year. Mark my words.
Amen.
Mark
Shout out to Rami.
Shout outs to Rami, man. She's gonna have an excellent year next year. Trust me.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. But I feel like you feel with the music. I feel like it comes and goes so quickly that it's tough to see or say somebody's doing good because it's like a lot of things are flash in the pan. Like Kid Cudi just dropped the album, and I can't appreciate it because it's just like I listen to it and it's just like, all right, I'm on to the next. I'm already
I
waiting for
haven't
like
heard it yet. How was it? I didn't
it's
hear it
it
yet.
was good. It's some Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon. Like it's good.
So,
Like
so
I'm not bashing it, but it's like really good music is something that you want to keep going back to. That's
right.
I feel like that's why that Bad Bunny hit because it's like you
Yeah,
listen to it the first time, it's like, all right, let me put that Safaera back on. Like I'm
facts.
feeling La Difícil right now. Like
Facts.
I'm feeling the way. Let me put that on. But music happens so quick that it is tough to figure out who's next. But I think that coming up next year, the people that I see really doing it is the people who kind of started this year, like uh
Yeah.
Lil Baby, The
Little
Baby,
baby, yeah.
Meg. I feel like they're hot right now, and they didn't get a chance to even be outside with it.
Exactly.
They were hot and had to go inside. Like they didn't have a run like how Future had. When Future got hot, everybody was outside. We
Yeah.
had DS2, everybody was outside. But now these artists, they didn't get that chance. So I feel like if we get a chance to go back out, people are gonna want to see them because they haven't had the chance to. So I feel like
You're right.
those are the people
Yeah,
that are gonna have the bigger
you're
years.
right. Yeah, Meg and Baby definitely are gonna continue to like elevate and grow into like these mega superstars. I can definitely see that for the both of them, for sure, for sure. Shout outs to them, man. Shout
Right?
outs to them. Shout outs to 300 the label. Meg is with them.
Yep.
Those are my peoples over there.
And another team, that YSL team, which I think is also a part of 300, right? The Young Thug team and stuff like that.
I
They're
think Thug is about to drop an album on Friday. I think.
exactly that's what I'm saying. Like they're about to do some heat. Gunna dropped this year, and I think that Gunna album was one of my favorites. That Wanna, that was
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that was a good album. That
You
was a
know,
good album.
I feel like it's his album right before he breaks through because it had a lot of songs that were a little repetitive, but they were hits. I like them. So I feel like he was finding his wave, but he's about to move in. And another artist who I feel like is progressing, and I didn't really fuck with him until this year because of Pop Smoke is Nav. Like Nav on Wolves,
That was dope.
yeah,
Yeah.
on Meet the Woo too. Like that. Like I feel like
Nav
he's gonna be
definitely
alright
doesn't.
too.
He definitely doesn't get the flowers that he deserves.
Yeah.
He's gonna be one of those like whenever he retires, everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, like he was the best. He was so legendary." Because like he produces a lot of his own shit too.
Yeah, and he just be
I
on
definitely think he
features.
doesn't get the flowers he deserves.
Nah, cause
Definitely.
he be blessing people with the features. The thing is, the people he be with is like, damn, he's on a song with Travis Scott. He's on a song with Pop Smoke. So it's like,
Right.
the person he's with is always a little, overshadowing him. But he's been holding his own for a very long time. So shout out to Nav.
Very long
Yeah,
time.
shout
Yeah.
out to Nav.
Nah.
Um,
Sure.
but now let's move in. Let's move into our personal stuff, man. What are we doing for the year? What you got planned for 2021? How do you feel like you're gonna make this step, this next step into the artistry? Dropping the DJ
Yeah.
from Dana Lou and
Yeah.
showing the people what you really about.
Man. It's gonna hurt to let the DJ go because that's what I started with, but I gotta grow, right? Um, I haven't made the announcement yet, so I'm actually gonna start with that. Just making a big announcement, like, hey guys, no more DJ. Just Dana Lou. We can actually talk about it because it's now in the works. I'm actually trademarking the name, just Dana Lou. So I already like
With a
solidified it
stamp on
with
it.
my lawyers. Yeah, like my lawyers is on it. Like it's the real deal. Um, what are we doing to make sure we have a good year next year? Just I think, especially with this year, I think we're all still figuring it out as we go. I think if anyone told you that they had like this solidified like blueprint, they're probably lying, because no one has the answers. Like everything is so uncertain. So I'm just taking things day by day, or maybe week by week. Remember, I like to plan ahead. Just taking things and taking things as they go, man. Just living in the now, and I'm just figuring it out. I'm just doing what works for me, Like, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I don't know what's gonna happen next week.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
They're talking about shutdown again. Like,
That's
I
what
don't
they
know.
saying.
I don't know. But hypothetically speaking, I'm hoping, things are, and this is me hoping. I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm hoping things are open for the summer again. I'm ready to be on stages again. I'm ready to like perform my own records. Like, I've been getting a lot of support from like the EDM community. Like a lot of like the big EDM DJs have like been playing my records. I'm just excited to go out again and just let the world know and show the world know who I am, man. I think I want to start vlogging next year.
Okay.
Just vlogging a bit more, just to dive a little deeper into who I am and letting people see that. I think I'm a little like uptight with like people finding out like who Dana Lou really is. So I'm gonna ease out into that. So vlogging will be one thing. Getting these placements, that's very important for me. I actually got my first placement with an artist. His name is B Star. He's dropping an album next month, actually. So I'm excited about that. So just letting people find out who Dana Lou is, the producer, the artist, and me personally, So I think vlogging is going to be you're going to see a lot. You're going to see me a lot more in the camera next year, for sure. I'll say that.
Okay. Just producing more content, pretty much. That's what I hear.
Pretty much,
you're
yeah.
gonna be out here showing people who you are in a different light. And real quick before we move on, what's the placements? Because I didn't catch that. What's the placements with your artist? What's that?
So placements is like whenever you submit beats to an artist. You're asking me what placements are, right?
Yeah. I don't know what that is, so I'm assuming that somebody else won't. So
no, that's fine. Placements is when you submit beats to an artist. So for example, this did not happen. 21 Savage's manager hits me up and is like, yo, like Savage is looking for some beats, like send me over some beats. So I send like, his manager a pack of my beats, maybe 10 beats, 15 beats, 20 beats, whatever. 21 Savage, he goes through it. Let's say he likes 3 of the beats that I sent him. He likes the song that he made on my beat so much. He's like, you know what? This is making the album. So whenever he comes out with an album or an EP, I get those production credits. So I landed a placement on his album.
Got it. So you're getting your credits on that. Placement credits is kind of like the same. I got it.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. That's what I really, really, really want to do next year. I want to get a lot more placements for local artists and also artists that are established as well.
No, I mean, if you know the music biz, that's where it's at. That's exactly that's the right way to go. And God bless you on that journey. Congratulations on getting your first. First of many. You're gonna have your own. Hopefully, get some multi-platinums in there.
Absolutely, that's the goal. And Grammy, all of that. That's all on my vision board. All of it.
So in life, you only need to be right once. So once you get right once, everything else is fun. And you've been having fun. So have fun this whole time. I want to say thank you for coming on here, man. I appreciate you so much. You gave us some gems. Thank you for that. We starting off the year right. This is January 1st, 2021. Bringing in good vibes. Yes, we did. And we're going to keep rolling. And, for me, what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to make sure I keep in touch with my peoples, keep doing this. I want to be accountable and consistent with creating these podcasts so people get to see your journey. Because right now we both real early in what we're doing. And,
Absolutely.
Who's to say 5, 10, 20 years from now, we legends ourselves. People be able to look at this like, we sitting here I'm in my mom's basement right now. You feel me?
I'm in my mom's crib too. We here.
Feel me? Like, who's to say 5, 10 years from now we not legends? So
sure.
I'm doing it for that. To show people that we out here doing stuff that you can build with the people
Absolutely.
and tap into your own community and be yourself. You know, that's exactly what you've been saying this whole time. That's what you've been personifying, and that's exactly why I wanted you on this podcast. I wanted people to hear what I've been saying, but through somebody else's eyes. You know, because you're doing something creative, and you're being entrepreneurial, and it's in a whole different environment than what I'm doing. You know, so I just wanted to show people. I wanted to show you off, girl. That's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to show you
Appreciate
off. I
you.
appreciate you, and I love the relationship we have, and you know, God bless you and your journey, and I can't wait to see, you know, what else you do.
Thank you. Likewise, man. And I just want to take this time to, congratulate you as well. Like you've been grinding too. I've been peeping. Like I've been peeping, and I'm excited to see, where you land on your journey as well. Like although we are like within the same industry, we're in different departments,
Of
to say the
course,
least, right?
different. Yeah, different parts of the same building.
Exact, just different. We're in different floors. Like
Exactly.
I'm on 7. You're on the what 12? I don't know. Whatever.
Feel me? Different
Different
departments. It's
department.
the same building. We work for the same company.
Exactly. Excited to see where you go, where you are as well. Like you said, 5, 10, 20, 15 years from now.
Of course.
Very, very excited. Just know that when I get nominated for my first Grammy, I'm calling you so we could do another. We could follow up. We could do an
Oh,
interview.
say less. Say less. Say less.
Yeah.
That won't be in person because hopefully Corona be gone by then.
Yeah,
We gonna
yeah.
do that
That's
one
gonna
right.
be in person. That's gonna be in
We
person
gonna
for
do
sure.
that one right. Hopefully
Yeah,
the trophy be there too, so we can show it off.
for sure. Exactly.
Hopefully you win this shit so we can show it off. You know.
Facts.
So before we go, you want to give people, you know, where to reach you at, and you know where to find you on socials or
Sure.
whatever you're doing.
For sure. Yeah. Once again, thank you for having me. My name is Dana Lou, DJ Dana Lou, whatever you want to call me. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, wherever DJ Dana Lou. That is DJ DANALU. That is soon gonna change. I don't think it's gonna change by today, January 1st. But it will change soon. But so you can find me on all socials, mixes, original music, funny posts, whatever you name it, I'm there. Tweets, I'm there. Follow me, I follow back.
I got you. I'm gonna make sure I put all that information in the description so everybody can check it out. Hopefully they can see the TYC as well.
Yes.
Dana Lou,
Follow
thank you
me.
so much, girl. I appreciate you, Pri. I can't wait to see you in person, man. Keep grinding. You already got this shit on lock. Ain't nothing else to do but to keep doing it, man. You got this shit.
I appreciate you so much. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Peace.
Peace.